Chukwu kere n'igwe n'ụwa ke oke osimiri. Chukwu kere n'igwe n'ụwa ke ala kọrọ. Chukwu kere n'igwe n'ụwa ke oke osimiri.
Alright, here we are today, and pleasure is mine to have your audience, and with due respect to welcome those who are visiting this channel for the very first time. The correspondent before you is Reverend Brother Israel David Atakwu, FMS. However, today we are going to dwell on education. When I mean education, is within the context of its significance and its fascinating factors that influences at the societal level. However, education in the history of man has been noted in worldwide view as an instrument per excellence for national development. Reckoned to this fact, education is expected to equip the individual to be able to live well in the society and contribute greatly to its development. As the saying goes, a spring of a nation to greatness of civilization is greatly intensified by the education of its citizens. When the past is clearly understood and the present is well defined, then the future will have less interruption for rapid growth for the present and future generation. Further on this subject on text, schooling and education are sometimes used interchangeably. Both the two are not necessarily synonymous. What are these similarities and differences? First of all, schooling is a formal education with internationally organized full-time learning events. That is, with fixed duration and schedules. Structural hierarchy with chronological sections of levels, grades, admission requirements, and formal registration. All these are held within established educational institutions and use predetermined pedagogical organization, contents, methods, teaching and learning materials to achieve intended goals and objectives. On the other hand, the concept of education should not be equated with schooling, as it's broader than just reading and writing. Education in general sense is the whole process through which one generation transmits its culture to the succeeding generation. Education is the process by which people are prepared to effectively or efficiently live in their environment. From this perspective, all human societies have one system of education or another by which they bring up their young ones and by which they transmit their cultural heritage. This is according to Dr. Cyprian Gandebo, 2014, page 2 and 4 of this very reference. According to Delos, 1996, says, education is long-life learning process and comprised of 4 pillars. That is, learning to know, learning to do, learning to live together, and learning to be. Prior to this gives an insightful pedagogical transformation of education towards human person. Now, on the aspect of learning to know, this knowledge enables people to understand their environment and able to make them capable of independent, critical judgment. On the other hand, learning to do this implies training for practical implementation of what we have learned in changeable conditions of work and life. Going further, learning to live together. This is the rationale and purpose for the upbringing of children. This crucial pillar comprises the acquisition of certain values, such as tolerance of differences, values of multiculturalism, non-violent problem solving, empathy, and understanding of others, including skills of interaction. Then learning to be. This is the last, but by no means the least essential pillar of the educative process. Going further on this objective implies contribution of education to the development of all the areas of human personality, that is, cognitive, emotional, and physical. All these four pillars constitute holistic or integrated education, which is comprised of education of the 3H. That is, education of the head, as cognitive, education of the heart, that is affective, and education of the hand, that is psychomotor. However, educational systems both reflect and shape the economic, social, and cultural political realities in operation in any given time and place.